Morning, everybody. It's Dr. Kenton Wakes Up. Today is Monday, June 10th, 2024. I'm just trying out a new thing. I'm going to have to, for a while anyway, abandon my normal location for recording these. So this is my office. Welcome. In the cup today, I've got Caribou Coffee Caribou Blend. It's pretty tasty. I've already had breakfast. I had a couple slices of avocado toast. Not really guacamole toast. Um, One thing that I learned while paying attention to, my wife sent me a picture of some avocado toast she'd gotten at a coffee shop. No, it actually was at Dunkin' Donuts. I was in the car with her. Anyway, she showed me a picture of avocado toast, and I said, "Well, that looks like you could make that with guacamole and just put some everything bagel shake over the top." And she thought that was a pretty decent idea, so I got on home and gave it a shot, and sure enough, it tastes pretty tasty. And I use rye toast. I don't know why. For some reason, it just seems like better in some way. Anyway, so today, planning out the day, I've already taken Winston for his walk. It's 8 o'clock right now. Taking Winston for his walk. You can probably hear him in the hallway. And then I've got stuff to do. I have a list of things I need to do. And one thing that I have been doing since the last time I recorded one of these is that I am keeping an catch-all Google Doc where it's segmented with horizontal lines. Like if you are familiar with web development, it'd be an HR tag. Just puts a line across the page that separates individual items from each other and days from each other. And I use sixth level headings to draw attention to tasks or things that need to be done, where there are some notes in the file that I need to be able to find quickly. Using second level headings for page headers, major section headers, third level headings to identify individual days of the month, though only the current day is active. Fourth and fifth, I haven't figured a use for those yet, but sixth level headings, I would never use those for any typographical layout purpose, so they're perfect for capturing items that would just show up on an outline, and the outline view is always open on the side. Maybe tomorrow I'll set up an example where I can show what it looks like. But if you have the outline view always open and sixth level headings identifying all the tasks that you want to be able to find quickly, or notes about a project or something you want to find quickly, those show up on the outline view, and you just click them and it takes you right to that section of the document. So it's been pretty enlightening, and you can get to Google Docs from pretty much any, as long as you have a web browser, you can access Google Docs that way. Or if you have a smartphone, I think it works on all platforms. You can find something you want to keep from a web page and copy and paste the segment you want into the document. And then for my own purposes, I would suggest also copy and pasting the URL of the page where you found it, so you can go back and later on verify your quotes or whatever. So that's something I've been working on. Also, I read or watched a video from Jerry Seinfeld about, it was, I think, an everyday carry type analog, where he describes his 10 favorite things, and among them was a yellow pad. a legal pad, and I'm looking. Mine's downstairs. I just, on a lark, decided I need to record one of these to see if I could do it for my office. So I'm not entirely prepared. Maybe tomorrow. It's a yellow legal pad, and then he uses Bic pens, just the standard blue, you know, this kind of blue pen. And it's also been a meditation for me to. He talks about the satisfaction you can get from running a pen dry. So you use it writing so many notes, so much time that you run a pen dry, and the satisfaction of knowing not only that you used up the entire pen, but that represents that you've done a lot of work. It's very satisfying. Also, meditation in the sense of you need to. They have a lot of capacity for pages and pages of text that you can get out of each one. So trying not to lose the pen is another meditation that can be helpful. So Jerry Seinfeld helped me a little bit there. I used to carry a letter-sized, a composition book style notebook that had all my stuff in it. I realized that's too big and clunky for my purposes. So then I decided that I needed to have one in my pocket for carrying around. In the last several months or so, I would say that my instance of going out and about has really reduced. And so finding a good, useful purpose for each of those tools has been something to think about. Whereas the notebook was a way for me to keep notes and keep my mind busy during meetings and to have something that looked relatively professional. That's too big to carry around everywhere I go. So I got for a while I had some notebooks that are this form factor. They're like 3.5 by 5.5 or something like that, or 4 by 5 or something that can fit in my back pocket. You need a pen also to carry around with you, so it makes it worthwhile and makes sense. But now that I'm at home, one of the things that I'm really resonating with is the ability to store things in Google Docs and link to them, because Google Docs has a really great file linkage infrastructure. You can put links to Google Docs within your daily doc. You can link to them from Obsidian Notes, because mostly those are going to be done while you're online. It's just really good. And when I also have a subscription for Dropbox, but I've noticed that Dropbox and Mac OS and iOS, they don't get along that great. And I don't use Linux as much as I once did. Linux and Google Docs sometimes have a hard time getting along. But if you use the web browser to access the Docs feature rather than relying on the Google Docs app, you can accomplish a lot with your web browser. So anyway, that's so pretty much today I've got some wordsmithing to do across several landscapes, 2 or 3 courses that need some assignments addressed, and a document for the doctoral program that needs to be finalized. And then I have a meeting at 5 o'clock with a student. So we'll just, today's typical Monday. Remember, Mondays are for meetings and for fixing things that got broken over the weekend. Just remember that, and try to keep your stick on the ice, as Red Green says. All right, then. Love you. Bye.